back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing another advice video. I'm doing these, so I figured let's go. Again, you can email me at dailypaulina if you want to be featured on one of these, and yeah, it'll be a great time. So I'm gonna go, and we're just gonna stop. Okay, here we go. I always pick one at random because I feel like it's divine timing, and whichever one I pick is for the greatest good of everyone watching. So it's kind of how I do. Some people are asking me, oh, like how do you pick them? I literally just pick random, and everyone stands out to me in no particular even order. I just kind of pick, and again, like I feel like it's what's I'm meant to talk about at that time for everyone. So here we go. It says boyfriend and their quote-unquote other friend. Hi Paulina, I would really love your advice on this because you are so real and you tell it how it is, and I've been struggling with the situation for a while and I don't know how to deal with it. So my boyfriend and I have been together for 3 months. I'm 19 and he's 22. We met at work but no longer work together. We had a coworker that was both of our friends and who I even considered a really good friend of mine until one day I told her an issue me and my boyfriend were having and just vented to her, and she told him everything I said. So from that point on, I knew not to really trust her. Now recently, every time I see my boyfriend, she has to come up in our combo, or whenever I see her, she brings up my boyfriend. I'm usually never the jealous type, but I'm not too fond of how close they are. Even the other day, they went out to breakfast without even inviting me, and last night she sent me a Snapchat that was with him, and I felt like she was trying to make me jealous. I'm not sure what to do with the situation. If I'm overreacting, please help me if you can. Love you, XOXO. Okay, so I always have I feel like a lot of comments, and I'll go through chronologically addressing everything you said in the beginning of the email to the end of the email. So, first of all, okay, you've been together for 3 months, so I would say it's a pretty new relationship. I don't know much about your boyfriend. Like, you didn't really mention like what he says to you, or like does he? You said both of them didn't tell you when they hung out. So, okay. First of all, I mean, if you vented to her and with kind of the implication that you didn't want him to know, I do think that's really messed up of this girl to be telling him. I mean, I don't know, what was a friend? Okay, coworker. So you all work together. There's you, the other girl, and him. You and him are dating, and then the other girl was the one that you vented to him about him, and she told him. Okay, well there we go. I don't think that this. If you're asking me if you should be friends with this girl, I think you even kind of know and imply it's pretty clear. The answer is no. If you tell someone something confidentially, clearly with the implicit rule that this is not going to be spoken about elsewhere, that this is just kind of like a private thing. Like, I've talked to my friends about private things, and it's kind of implied like, honey, this is not just to be shared with the world as a fun fact, you know. So I really don't like that. I would definitely stay away from her. And I would really talk to your boyfriend about her, and say like, hey, like, I don't know, just don't. The fact that they're hanging out and not even telling it's one thing if she's not telling you. I mean, she's probably not gonna tell you. She seems like a kind of shitty person. But the fact that your boyfriend's not telling you, because he just said last night she was with him and Snapchatting that, like, I can't imagine me like laying on my couch just like chilling and getting a Snapchat from some girl with a photo that she's with my boyfriend. I'd be like, like what do you mean? It's one thing if he tells you he's gonna go hang out with her and then does that, but first of all, like, if you clearly have expressed, what I would do is I would sit him down and express like how you feel about this girl. Be like, hey, like I never wanna, you know, be like, seem like I'm what's the word, controlling, you know, try to control you or anything like that, or your behavior, who you're friends with. But this girl who you're friends with, like, I've really seen her true colors, and I know I vented to her about you that one time, which, you know, like, it's sometimes I go through things and I do need people to talk to about, like, you know, like, I expect that you talk to your guy friends if we're having issues in our relationship. That's totally fine. I think that everyone needs a support system, so I use her as a support system, but in turn she ended up telling you everything that I told her, which really broke my trust. I mean, like, what kind of friendship is that, you know what I mean? And then to me, like, whenever I read situations, I really get like almost like intuitive messages about what's going on, and to me it seems a little bit shady, especially if they're still working together and you're working elsewhere. I don't know if that's the case, but for some reason that's like the image I'm getting. So you can like email me back or like comment and let me know, because I feel like I'm just getting this like intuitive feeling that they're still working together and you're not. And I don't know, I feel like if he's not even telling you that he's hanging out with her, I just want to get the full info. Now every time you see your boyfriend, she has to come up in your conversation. Okay, like, that's weird. Like, if you've also like kind of expressed to your boyfriend, because it seems like you almost implied like you've told him that you don't really like her, the fact that he's still bringing her up, talking about her, and then going to hang out with her without you, I just think that's just, it's like hard to say, but it seems like there's something sketchy going on. This isn't just a chill, you know, oh, guy's best friend. I just think that there's something sketchy going on, to be completely honest, and I would sit him down and say, hey, I mean, if you want, there's 2 routes you could go, I guess this would be my advice. You can go the nice, like, naive, kind route, or you can go the blunt route and confrontational. I'm very confrontational. If I have an issue with someone, I will be very direct, express what happened, what led me to this, like, conclusion, etc., etc. I'm not passive aggressive ever, and that's something I pride myself in. I'm very, like, here are the receipts, let me know. So one, if you wanted to, you could sit him down and say, hey, you know, I really don't like this girl, like I told you earlier, like she's not a good friend to me, etc. I just feel really uncomfortable that you consistently bring her up, even though I've expressed to you that I really don't like her, and then on top of this that you guys are hanging out together and not even inviting me. It's one thing for some guy to have like a close girlfriend, which I just think is already... It's also because I've taken so many interpersonal classes that I just know that really, really doesn't work for a guy and a girl to be just friends after a 6-month period. Like, there's so many studies on this, like, and if you're in college and you're a communication major, you probably know what I'm talking about. There's like a whole class on this. But anyway, it makes me uncomfortable. It would make me uncomfortable if my boyfriend was hanging out with this girl who I did not like, and they were going to breakfast without inviting me, and then she was Snapchatting me photos of him. So I don't know, like I said, you could come to him, express your feelings, say, I'm controlling, but this situation makes me feel extremely uncomfortable. I have a really bad feeling about this. Could you stop hanging out with her, basically, or you can choose her and you can move along. Your relationship's really new, so the situation's very like light and easy to cut off, which is good if it's not for your greatest good and if there is some deception going on. Or you can say, this is what I would do. I would say, hey, listen, like, I don't think you've been very honest with me. I think that there's something going on between you two, and I just really think you should tell me the truth right now. I'm not going to be, like, I'm just gonna say, like, I'm not going to be mad or yell. I just really don't like to be disrespected. I don't like to be thought of as like a dumb bitch. I'm not naive, and I just don't want things going on behind my back. Tell me how it is. Like, I really just have a bad feeling about this. Have you guys been hanging out, etc.? What's been going on between you two? Because I just have a really bad feeling, and I really would appreciate that you'd be honest with me. And I just feel like he's up to something sketchy, personally. I mean, there's a lot of situations where there's no concrete evidence. I mean, you can book a tarot reading with me if you want, but like, it's just, you know what I mean, there's no like concrete evidence, but you know that feeling. Like, I don't need to see a concrete evidence to know that something's going on. My intuition's like 99.999% of the time right, and like, I don't know, just that's what I would do personally. But again, if you don't want to, you know, if you're still for some reason trying to savor this and trying to be like more reasonable, and you know, then you could do the first route and just ask him not to hang out there anymore, and if he stops, then from there continue on. But if for some reason he tells you like, no, I still want to continue hanging out with her, that's not worth it for me, and I would personally be done. Because for me to have my boyfriend hang out with this girl without them sending Snapchats together to me, when I clearly have expressed how uncomfortable she makes me feel, clearly she's more important, this friend is more important than you, and that's just not how I like to be valued in a relationship. That's my advice. I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it helpful. You can feel free to email me back any updates. I always love to hear updates. A ton of you guys will comment even on my Instagram and give me updates about things that have been going on, and that really makes me happy. So I hope this helped you. I hope you have an awesome day. Subscribe if you want to see more of my videos, and I'll talk to you soon.
The stars are all around, the stars are all around. I'm changed.